We're back with another video, and I'm really excited that I am joining this conversation because I feel like it has been a long time coming. So welcome to another video. My name is Karabo. Make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment. So without wasting anybody's time, I'm going to get into this conversation, and I hope that I'm not going to step on anybody's toes. Disclaimer before I get into this video is not meant to disrespect people who went to school to actually study the art of digital marketing or marketing in general. This is just an opinion that I have, and it does not represent the entire community of digital marketers or anything like that. It's just my experience, and I hope that we can use this moment or this video as a conversation starter. And all the points that I'm going to be pointing out I'm going to be speaking from a point of privilege, because I do understand that not everyone has the privilege to go to tertiary or the money to go to school. We are all trying our best in getting educated and getting experiences and getting jobs. And also, I just want to highlight that everyone's journey is super different. My journey might not be the same as yours, and that is okay. Let's dive right into it. Before I talk about how I got into digital marketing, I just want to highlight my experiences of my education, where I went to school, what I studied, and how I actually landed up in digital marketing. So stay until the end to find out how you can also get into digital marketing. I want to tell you about my journey in education. I come from a family of a single parent, and I've got 3 little sisters, and I grew up as somebody who wanted to save the world. So at a young age, I knew that I wanted to get into either conflict resolution or social development, anything literally that had to do with working for the people. I just didn't know what that was, and I had to go do a career assessment to see where I lean into. And at the end of the day, the perfect faculty that I could fall into was humanities. And it didn't shock me because I knew that I was gonna get into humanities. So if you have an opportunity where you can actually do like a career assessment to see where your strengths might lie in or where your passions could be nurtured in, I suggest that you get like some sort of a career assessment. You can search on Google to find out where those are hosted. It doesn't take long. It takes about like 30 minutes or to an hour, depending on the questions that you might have or the questions that they might have for you. I studied in Tembisa at Tembisa Primary School, and then I moved to Ikusasa Comprehensive School, where I did my high school. And then from there on, I was so sure I wanted to go to the University of Johannesburg. I knew the moment I walked into the University of Johannesburg that this is where I wanted to be. So I applied for international relations. After a week of attending my classes, I got an email from the university telling me that unfortunately I cannot continue with my course because I did not qualify. That completely broke me. I remember that day when I found out. I actually just went to the faculty to find out like what is going on. Why am I not continuing with my classes as planned? And they told me that there's nothing that they can do. Unfortunately, they can't even apologize for the fact that they accepted me into a course that I did not qualify for. So I remember I went to the bathroom and I cried so much. I was completely heartbroken. I think from that day on, I just did not care about being at school. Like I just gave up. I think I only started going to school because, well, I had registered and I had to go to school. From there on, I transferred from international relations to humanities because I didn't know what I wanted to do from there on. I was completely lost. I got into humanities and I was just doing the general stream with my majors being political science, public governance. Honestly, I did the bare minimum. I graduated from the University of Johannesburg. Then I registered for my honors degree, and I did not complete that, and I lost the time frame because I think we're only given 2 years to come back and complete your honors, and I just moved on with my life. My internship, on the other hand, I went to a social investment organization or company where I was an intern for a year, which was super great. Like I loved that job. I learned so much about social investment and social impact, and it was really interesting, and that's something that I wanted to do. From there on, my internship ended. So right at that moment when my internship was ending, I decided to apply for an opportunity in Cape Town. And I remember the head of department for the organization that I worked for in Cape Town was in Johannesburg, and he gave me the interview and we spoke about the job, the requirements, and me relocating to Cape Town. Honestly, relocating to Cape Town was something that I did on a whim. It was really fun. And I got the opportunity of that job as a fundraising officer, moved to Cape Town, and I stayed with this family in Athlone because I couldn't find an affordable place to stay. Rent in Cape Town is so expensive, and it's getting worse even in 2024. I moved to Cape Town in 2017, and it was expensive, and now it's even worse. So I stayed with a family in Athlone. They were super amazing, and I was paying so much less, and the rent that I was paying was actually also covering the food that they were cooking for me, because they would cook for me every single night. And then after about 10 months or 9 months being in that organization, the manager that I was working with resigned, and I resigned after 9 months of working at the organization, and I moved to a different organization for social justice. It was really interesting. I learned a lot about different countries and the conflicts around the world. My contract ended and it wasn't renewed after working at this organization for 3 years. And for those 3 years, there was a time where I was working there for 2 years. And then for 2 years and a half, and then from there on I moved as a consultant for I think 6 months. And after that I left and went back to Pretoria because I didn't have work. But at the time, because I did not have work and I was seeing someone and it was serious, and he had been asking me to move abroad, I was just like, okay, let's do it. I feel like this is the right time because I've got no ties in South Africa. I've got no ties that keep me in South Africa except for my family. I decided to move abroad, and for me, moving abroad I looked at it as an opportunity to get work experience abroad and also have the opportunity to move into digital marketing. Now, how did I get into digital marketing? How did I want to start working in digital marketing? So I am a content creator. I started creating content the moment I moved to Cape Town. And I think my experiences in Cape Town were so interesting that I thought, I want to share this experience with other Black people, because I feel like we are robbing ourselves of experiences of the world, especially within our country. And I started sharing travel content. That gave me the courage to start creating. And also I wanted to use the opportunity to teach myself to speak eloquently, slowly, because now you can imagine I speak so fast. I still do, and it's something that I struggle with. But I wanted to teach myself to be confident in front of other people, in front of the camera, just in general build my confidence and self-esteem. I started sharing content, I started writing blogs, and that's when I realized I want to be in digital marketing. I love the creative space, so what do I do? When I say I'll be speaking from a point of privilege, is the fact that I moved countries and I got the opportunity to do that. I took a short course in digital marketing with an online education provider called Growth Tribe. So luckily I was very interested in that, and I took it very seriously, and I started studying. I think it took me about 4 months at the time, because my stay in the Netherlands wasn't becoming fruitful. I was working as a HR assistant and office manager with the hope, because I was promised that after a certain time I will be transferred into digital marketing, but that did not happen. I was very disappointed, and actually I was so lucky. Because when I saw that my stay in the Netherlands was coming to an end, I started applying for jobs in Cape Town. It's raining so much, and lucky enough I landed this incredible job that I'm working in currently. That job is in fundraising, but I'm a digital marketer in fundraising. It's one of the best jobs that I could ever dream of. I absolutely love it. Yeah, I keep learning, and it's always interesting, and I make contributions and I become proud of them. If you told me that I'll be doing this, if like 10 years ago you told me that I'd be doing this, I would have laughed at you. But now I am grateful that I'm being creative and I'm part of a team that's doing amazing work. It's really nice. Now, the purpose of this video, now that I've told you how I got into digital marketing, is the fact that there is a conversation that's going around on social media, especially on TikTok, where people are talking about how you can become a digital marketer. And they call themselves digital marketers, but I feel like it's a very skewed view. Just because you sell a digital course does not make you a digital marketer. I do know that a lot of us need to make a living in South Africa. Everything is expensive. There are no jobs, but can we please just be honest in how we're making our living? I came across a a video of, and I'll also link these videos that I'm talking about. I came across videos of women talking about, you know, I'm a digital marketer, you can make 40,000 rands in a week. And then when you go in there, you realize that these people are not digital marketers. Yes, they are doing sales, they're selling a product, because that's sales, that is a part of marketing. I'm not going to take that away from them, but they're not digital marketers. Yes, you're using a platform to sell a course, and I don't think that the course that they're selling actually teaches you ways on how you can do digital marketing. And also, let's not forget that marketing is very broad. Digital marketing is also broad in its own, on its own rather. So to save you the time and the money that you would have wasted on buying these courses, I'm going to give you a few platforms that you can actually learn how to manage social media, be a community manager, become a marketing professional. Just because you're going to school to learn these things doesn't mean that you are qualified to do a job. You also need experience, and we all know that you need experience. So the first one is Udemy, where you can actually learn so many other things for free. The other one that I wanted to share is Google Certificates. It offers so many range of courses and topics that you can learn about and get a certification. The third one that I will share is called, it's the LinkedIn Learning. Unfortunately, some of these courses you need to have LinkedIn Premium. I think it's worth the sacrifice. If you're willing to pay $50 for a course, I think you can pay around $20 for a course, many courses even, if you can do them within a month. And I know that you can do it within a month, because most of these courses you can finish them in a week. Some of the platforms that I would mention would be edX, which also offers free courses, and also YouTube. Let's not forget that you can learn a lot of things on YouTube. There's so many content creators who give lessons for free. And the final step that you do after finding whatever the thing that you want to learn, like digital marketing, you now have to go out there and find clients that you can work for to gain experience. You can offer your time for free, you can offer your time in exchange for something else, or you can actually find an internship. So with that being said, please do not waste time and get to it now. After watching this video, I'm challenging you guys to go on these platforms and find the certification that you want to obtain, because there's no time to waste. If you can be on TikTok buying $50, $150, $350, $600 courses, you can literally take an hour to learn something new for free. And let me know in the comments which platforms you can vouch for free learning. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next video.